Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No,
But the thing
right.
is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Ever heard of the phrase, birds of a feather flock together? This applies to the circumstance of all of this. Oh boy. It's so shocking how MrBeast is being exposed for this deplorable stuff by everyone that's calling him out on it. Mistreatment in the videos behind the scenes, promoting gambling to kids, faking giveaways, encouraging onset diabetes with the chocolate, Feastables, whatever. And to the extreme parts, engaging with minors on the same Discord that Ava Chris Tyson was being exposed for. All of these things really make you have a different perspective about MrBeast, because we all thought it was just Ava Chris Tyson. No one else in the MrBeast crew could be as deplorable, right? But after the Tyson allegations, this shit is starting to spread like wildfire. The whole image of MrBeast is just starting to look very, very suspicious. And the main reason for all of this is from a guy called Dogpack404, who he says he's a former MrBeast employee that was saying he had so much information about the MrBeast company and their malpractices, their environment, and other horrible things that, in terms, he says MrBeast is done. And after seeing part 1 of his video where Dogpack claims MrBeast faked his giveaway, scammed his fans to the point of no gifts in their purchases with the t-shirts or whatever, and faking his videos by only letting the elite in his inner circle be in his videos and not the average people that he claims to have in them. I honestly thought he was a decent guy with lots of money and fame that he wanted to give to other people who are more desperate than others, but now it's a full 180 flip for me, and I see him as a sneaky bastard that's being exposed for horrible shit that more or less is gonna destroy his image. And the most crazy part about it is that the MrBeast company sent a cease and desist letter to Dogpack claiming it was defamation and that they were gonna come up with different narratives about Dogpack to say to make him look like he's the crazy one and not the other way around, which really makes me believe that the MrBeast company and MrBeast are even more suspicious than ever. There has to be more crazy, deplorable shit at hand, because Dogpack said there was going to be a part 2 to this, and part 2 actually came out yesterday night. There was about 8.1k viewers that were waiting for this part 2 video to premiere, and if I remember correctly, when it was about to premiere, there was like 30,000 viewers. It was like a lot of people that wanted to see MrBeast be exposed for the deplorable person he is. Sorry if I sounded like an emo goth boy in that little clip there of mine, but if you have that many people waiting to see you expose MrBeast, then it's safe to say that they either hate MrBeast right now because of it, or they have already hated MrBeast and wanted to see the next expose video as a contribution to MrBeast's downfall. The video is very long like the last one, but if you want to watch it, just do a quick YouTube search, Dogpack404 MrBeast exposed. It'll be there.
Also, I heard from a very credible source that MrBeast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2, you know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Also, I know MrBeast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that.
Part 3 isn't even out, and Dogpack already knows what he's gonna say about MrBeast, the SA, and what his part was in it. Meanwhile, the CEO or whoever else is in charge with the MrBeast company is harassing Dogpack and his family and friends, being like, what's in part 2? What is this kid gonna say that he knows and they don't know? It's almost like MrBeast HQ is contemplating contemplating if they should send another cease and desist letter to Dogpack's way, or do the most insane thing that might make everyone lose their shit, myself included. Take this to court. Sue the ever-living shit out of Dogpack for telling the truth. I was gonna say maybe an assassination attempt, but I guess that's a little too extreme, but I wouldn't be surprised if this guy went missing because he tried to expose MrBeast. Oh, the industry can be really, really shady at times. Either way, the cease and desist letters and threats of lawsuits just make this seem more and more true by the minute.
Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable. You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes. That will be part 3, so, MrBeast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations.
I gotta say, guys, if and when part 3 gets released, I might just say it. MrBeast is done. He's already cooked for the most part, but I'm just wondering what part 3 will be and if it's the nail in the coffin for him.
So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a MrBeast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly.
The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy or just you didn't like it, you were the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, that feels so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men were, doing well. And I was, disgruntled for quite some time.
What does leaving MrBeast to go pursue a solo content making career have to do with MrBeast's image in general? If they talk bad about you, they're either unhinged and sound very crazy, or they might be telling a truth that no one thought twice to believe in. And this Jake Weddle guy, he was in MrBeast's videos. Does he have a career? I can't say for certain, but if he was warning about MrBeast's true colors and somehow he was being censored or not being heard by the general public with YouTube's algorithm that has good relations with MrBeast, then that has to add up, Like, why hasn't YouTube headquarters said anything about these accusations with proof that Dogpack is coming out with? Like either taking account action on MrBeast's channel or privately telling him that he should talk about the allegations in the video format. Try to get him to prove his innocence. But is he really that innocent?
And it got to a point where, they weren't turning the lights off. I asked them, I said, can we, have, nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Well, I don't know how they figured that one out. I didn't have it. One of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So, they're giving me, melatonin, it's not helping, and then Jimmy would come in, every other day for like an hour, to check in on me because he's doing other stuff.
As much as I want to say that it's Jake's job to endure the challenges of MrBeast's videos, how far apart is it to tell if it's a challenge, like a silly, fun challenge for everyone to enjoy, or straight up inhumane torture for the sake of the views? Because I think of the other thing. Like, I understand the fact that he signed up for it, but this guy couldn't even sleep during this challenge, with sun being shined on him and everything. And Jake even says it scarred him to that point. He has insomnia problems to this day. And people are saying, oh, he's being overdramatic. He signed up to be kept up awake by the sunlight. It's literally a UN war crime. You're denying a person sleep for the sake of physically and mentally hurting them. I don't know if this was MrBeast's intent, but for the sake of the views, he's like, keep the camera rolling, guys. We gotta keep Jake awake. I'll say it again. I know it's what he signed up for. He signed a contract and everything, but when does MrBeast draw the line? Like, even his own production team is saying, okay, we have to stop this. Jake is not feeling well. If sunlight being shined on you to not let you sleep is not pressuring, then I don't know what is. By the way, torture is illegal. How can you say Buddy's being over dramatic when he's literally being tortured by being denied sleep? Honestly, those comments on X and YouTube going after Jake has to be botted. No one has that low of empathy to blame Jake for being tortured for views, and if they do, they're just as sadistic as MrBeast is.
Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked there. And like, you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on that's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. Like if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. And he's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around. And whenever he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face can be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose, or I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point.
I saw the age of kids that this sex offender and MrBeast was trying to get with, and I had a chill go down in me. I actually did. What in the actual fuck, man? 1 to 11 years old? He has a literal criminal record for his crime, and he's working on MrBeast videos. He's the manager and everything, where a large portion of the audience is little kids. If MrBeast wasn't ignorant to this fact, like if he didn't do a background check or a criminal record check, or even question why he had to wear a mask during the video recording, then I don't understand why MrBeast would have wanted this. He no longer works there anymore with MrBeast, yeah, but he did at one point, and he was associated with catering to the interest of the little kids that liked MrBeast. And he was criminally charged for a sex crime against a 1 to 11-year-old and had to register as a sex offender. If MrBeast didn't know that, it's just pure ignorance. But if he did know that and wanted to keep him on board, then that's harboring a criminal. That's literally a punishable offense. I just can't understand how people could still be defending MrBeast, even when his own former member came out with his experience with the treatment he was receiving from the games or the challenges or whatever you call them. What's going to be the narrative for Jake now in defense of MrBeast? That he signed up to be tortured and that's it? Because I don't think an NDA or a contract that you signed covers literal torture crimes. Thank God that this Jake guy came forward about this experience. It shows another reason why everything about MrBeast is going down the shitter. MrBeast can do a 1 lawyer versus 100 lawyers challenge if he wanted to try to make himself look innocent. But the fact of the matter matter is, there's proof. There's more experiences and people coming forward about how they were associated with MrBeast, his company, his brand, his videos, etc. And there's gonna be more of it in the time that comes. And all I can say is, if and when part 3 comes out from Dogpack, my head might explode from pure shock and rage. Shock because I couldn't have expected this from a famous and rich nice guy like MrBeast, and rage because when I hear the next deplorable thing that MrBeast is exposed for, I scream off the top of my head. To sum it up though, MrBeast is cooked, and I don't know if he'll be able to recover from this one. That's all I gotta say for the most part. If you enjoyed my take on this, like the video, subscribe with the bell on, and comment your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.